What's going on, everyone? With the NFL season right around the corner, I want to give you a tier list of my top 10 quarterbacks for the NFL 2023 season. If you haven't yet, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to give you the 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL. Let's get into my top 10 quarterbacks for the 2023 season. I'm so excited for football to start. I cannot wait. Can Sean Payton fix the mess in Denver? Can Jalen Hurts bring the Eagles back to another Super Bowl? What is Aaron Rodgers going to do with the Jets? Who the heck knows? But all right, let's get into my number 10 quarterback for the NFL season. This might surprise people. Getting that number 10 spot, there was a few guys. I was looking at Tua. I was looking at Matt Stafford. I was looking at Deshaun Watson. But I ultimately went with Geno Smith. And I want to show you guys some of his stats from last year. Geno Smith ultimately has a lot to prove in 2023 and see if he can continue the success in 2022. I was also thinking about Russell Wilson for number 10, but I think Geno Smith was able to do in Seattle what Russell Wilson wasn't, so I'm not sure if Sean Payton's going to be able to fix everything that's going on with Russell Wilson. But look at his stats, man. Oh my goodness. He completed almost 70% of his passes for almost 4,300 yards. He had an absolutely incredible season. He ranked number 9 in the Pro Bowl. In the MVP. He was also a Pro Bowl selection. He had a great season. For him to be able to turn around Seattle the way he did was so impressive. And that's why he locked in my number 10 spot. All right. So here we are with number 9, Dak Prescott. It'll be really interesting to see how the Cowboys move forward without Ezekiel Elliott. They have Tony Pollard, who's a really good running back. And we have seen that when Dak Prescott is healthy, he is an elite quarterback, man. Some of the plays he makes are absolutely insane. He's got a young receiving staff now, but he is as quality as it gets. Let's see what CBS says about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott had a mediocre season at best with 66% of his passes completed for a little less than 3,000 yards, and that touchdown to interception ratio leaves a lot to be desired. Prescott has had a lot of success in the regular season, but that 2-4 postseason record in 7 years for a pretty good Cowboys offense is not going to get it done. But I do like his skill set. I think he can go blow for blow at some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So that's why he gets my number 9 spot. Moving on down the list, we have Trevor Lawrence at number 8, and then Lamar Jackson at number 7. Trevor Lawrence made a huge step forward and even got the Jaguars to the playoffs last year under the guidance of Super Bowl champion Doug Peterson. Trevor Lawrence has all the intangibles and the skill set and that cannon of an arm to be a top 5 quarterback in this league. But we'll see this year if he can continue the success of last year. Because sometimes quarterbacks can have a really good year and then a lot of film comes out on them and they're just not as sharp the following year. So that's why Trevor Lawrence comes into my list at number 8. He does have top 5 potential, but he's not quite there yet. And then number 7 on the list is Lamar Jackson. He finally got the deal with the Ravens for some long-term security, which is much deserved. He's a great quarterback. He can beat you with his arm, his decision-making, and his legs. Lamar Jackson is another guy who could be a top 5 quarterback in this league, but he definitely needs some more help. His receiving core in Baltimore has been absolute garbage over the since he's been there. So they really need to put some assets in that wide receiver position so Lamar Jackson can take the next leap forward. All right, here we go, guys. Number 6 on my list, much of the chagrin to a lot of Eagles fans, is going to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was an absolute beast for the Eagles last year, leading them to the Super Bowl in a game where they had it won but let it slip away at the very end. He completed almost 67% of his passes for 3,700 yards, but the most important being 22 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. And he's only going to get better. He's continued to get better year after year. And with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert at the tight end position. He's going to continue to succeed, and next year might be in my top 5, possibly top 3. All right, everybody, we are now in the top 5 for the best NFL quarterbacks going into the 2023 season, and number 5 is none other than Justin Herbert. You really can't teach that 6'6" size with that cannon of an arm. He is the prototypical NFL quarterback, and with a little more experience, he will be a top 3 quarterback, maybe even a number 1 type of quarterback if he gets the weapons around him with the Chargers. I mean, look at these stats, guys. 69% of his passes, almost 4,800 yards, and a great touchdown to interception ratio at 25-10. I mean, he's incredible. I mean, he's got 94 touchdowns to 35 interceptions throughout his career. You don't do that on accident. He's a tremendous talent. He's lost 1 playoff appearance. He hasn't really got a ton of playoff experience yet, and that's why I have him at the number 5 position. And number 4, we're going to go with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is an incredible talent. He's probably my favorite quarterback in the NFL to watch right now. He has great weapons in Jamar Chase, and he has big game experience. He hasn't come all the way through the other side yet, but Cincinnati is in great hands with Joe Burrow. He is super, super talented. I mean, look at Joe Burrow. Actually, CBS has him ranked number 2. 68% of his passes he completes, 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns, which is absolutely insane to only 12 interceptions. The dude's throwing the ball a lot. He's been to 2 AFC title games. I mean, maybe even a third one coming next year. I don't know. The Bengals are definitely in my top 3 teams in the AFC to go to the Super Bowl next year, and that's definitely because of Joe Burrow. He is an absolute savage. And then number 3, Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a fucking beast. He's super smart. He's great with the football. Josh Allen is super elite in my opinion, and CBS to put Jalen Hurts in front of him. I love Jalen Hurts, but I think Josh Allen has just a broader spectrum of success at the NFL level. And he does not, I mean, he's got Diggs over there, but he doesn't have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. And Hurts had Miles Sanders last year, Dallas Goedert. I mean, they got a ton of weapons in Philly. But I love Josh Allen, man. He is probably one of the best regular season quarterbacks I've ever seen. 47 wins and 18 losses in his 4 full seasons as a starter. That's absolutely incredible. He's got to protect the football. It says he's averaged 11 fumbles and 12 picks a year. Those fumbles need to come down a little bit. But 35-14 is a great ratio, touchdown to interception. I love Josh Allen. I've been a Buffalo Bills fan since I was a kid. I'm from Philly, so I like the Birds too. But I've always liked watching Buffalo play. They have an incredible fan base up there in Buffalo, and they should be so happy that they finally have a good quarterback after, 25, 30 years of absolute garbage. So, I mean, they had the Jim Kelly era. Then Doug Flutie had a couple good seasons there. But, I mean, Josh Allen is the real deal, guys. And he comes in at my number 3. And this might surprise a lot of people. I'm going number 2, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, his last year in Green Bay was not his best year. Look at that. 38 and 37 years old. He's won, he had a bump in the road last year, but he won the MVP the last 2 years. Aaron Rodgers is still the cream of the crop as the quarterback is concerned. His ability to keep plays alive and keep his eyes downfield and make plays when there's nothing to be had. There's no one better at it. Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes are neck and neck with their ability to make plays happen when there's nothing going on. They roll out of the pocket. They find guys that are open. They are the best at that. And that's why I have as my number 1 quarterback in the NFL going into the 2023 season is Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes is on his way to, maybe secondary GOAT status behind Brady. I mean, he's going to complete 68, 70% of his passes every year. He threw for over 5,000 yards last year, 41 touchdowns to 12 picks. That's so crazy. And he doesn't have super elite wide receivers, which makes it even more unbelievable. I mean, they probably do have the best tight end of their generation in Travis Kelce, but I like the Bengals, I like the Bills, I like the Chiefs, and who knows what the Jets can do. I mean, the AFC is going to be super competitive this year, and that's why I'm so excited for the 2023 season. Let me know in the comments below, guys, who you have in your top 10 NFL quarterbacks for the 2023 season. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm out of my mind? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.